Hello, everyone. This is Raj Soren. I'm here to interview Dave Gregson and about his book, The Secret Wild Wolves of Britain. And Dave, so tell us a bit about the book and a bit about yourself.
Raj. Thank you for the opportunity to do so. Yes, The Secret Wild Wolves of Britain is a book that supports many of the causes that I care about. It was quite a long time to be published, so I was relieved when it finally got published and was available there. Now, it's a book that many of it's a book that through the characters and through the story, I would say, has a social mission and purpose. There's it is intended as an educational resource too. There is much cultural and natural history, such as around the rewilding projects, around the wolves. And actually, one of the intentions with the books was to show the wolves, the people, in a good light. The only enemy in this book is prejudice, ignorance, and bullying. The story is also, it's set here in the present day in the UK, and it's intended as a bit of an adventure about wolves were native to the UK. They were hunted to extinction in the 18th century. In my story, a tiny pack of wolves escaped and went to live underground in caves in Scotland, hidden away from human persecution, and they lived, never venturing above ground until they only came up above ground after COVID, when the country was quiet and they sensed that the human fear had gone, and when they sensed that many of their former habitats, such as forests, glens, had returned, which they have through rewilding and conservation projects. And then the wolves are spotted. The wolf investigator goes to investigate, and the story goes from there. Now, one of the means in the books is to show the importances of communities working in partnership and together. So purposely, when I was writing the book, I spoke to naturalists, I spoke to people who lived in the area, I spoke to farmers, and I spoke to landowners, tourism, and other people involved. So the book shows the importances of communities working together, as in farming, rewilding, side by side, and a debate about that. If we challenge fear, prejudice, ignorance, and educate, we make better decisions. Now, within the stories themselves, the human element of the stories, there is some autobiographical, I suppose, characterization, in that I wanted to share the cause of overcoming past trauma, whether you've experienced trauma as a child, adult, or traumatic experiences, that there is recovery, there is help, and you can thrive despite having experienced that. There is a character who experienced school and workplace bullying, which I was also subject to. So that's very much within the story, and many of the organisations involved and sources of places to seek information and help are actually referenced in the addendum and in the back index of the book, and some of them have been really involved with the project. There is a neurodiverse character, and the autism neurodiversity is shown as a positive trait, as it is, with the only difficulties this character had being the lack of understanding, or the lacking of willing to understand in others. And I suppose finally I wanted to write a book that There is no graphic sexual violence. There is no graphic. There is no death in the book. There's lots of books around. So it's a book that I wanted to write for readers of all ages, to have a bit of fun, enjoy the story, and also hopefully educate and find out more about the subject matter. So thank you very much, Raj.
Thank you again to Dave Gregson for his time and his book. It is available on Amazon. It's definitely worth a read. Do subscribe to this channel, and we'll have many other interviews coming along soon. Take care. See you soon.